Here at Precision Transmission, where we don't stop. It does not stop here any day of the week except Sundays. Well, there's even days Sundays we're working, but we have us an 03 Trailblazer non-SS, just our little 5-cylinder. I think it's a 4.2 or something like that engine. This one is very weird unit. I mean, it's a 4L60. The unit's not weird. The motor's probably the weirdest design I've ever seen. But it's in there kind of like our Trailblazer SS's. So we're gonna get this thing out here today and make a follow-up video as we go. So if y'all stay with me, I've already got my drive shafts marked. I've got to drain my fluids, but we'll get started on this one. And ready, set, go. Back at you with the 03 Trailblazer. We've got all of our drive shafts out. We have the transmission fluid drained. We have the transfer case fluid drained. Drive shaft out. Torque converter bolts are a little odd on this one. You still have your covers to pop back and forth. But that little hole right there is where you get your converter bolts on this bad boy. Normally on the Trailblazer SS's, you'll get them from the starter hole up over here and on a V8. But on one of these, that's where the exhaust goes. Little 4.2 5-cylinder. Pretty much almost just like the V8 on the transmission. A little different how they had to run some things, but pretty much the same. Have a little fluid leaking out of our transmission to the transfer case, which is normal. The transfer case seal in the gasket is what holds the transmission fluid in, and the seal in the transfer case is what actually holds the transmission fluid from going into the transfer case, because they do take separate fluids. But we will get this transfer case out of there. We're almost there. Transmission has just bell housing bolts and transmission lines. And let's try that backwards. Transmission line, try it the other way. Transmission lines and bell housing bolts. We'll get this thing back down and show y'all what it looks like. Stay tuned for more action. Little quick one for y'all guys. We got our transfer case down. It's a big empty cavity, as you can see, so fluid is gonna slosh around, and it's actually sprayed from that little orifice right there. Let's see if I can get my finger and kind of point at it right there. And then we're gonna go to our transfer case. We will be replacing all the gasket, and then that seal. I want a top secret toolbox there, guys. I can't show y'all everything, but let's see if we can come back here. See what my seal looks like. So it's nice and rubber. These seals, sometimes when you do that, I mean, it'll break, or if they're not already cracked. So you guys check on that when you are pulling these things out and about. It's the small things that will get you. But let's just get this thing the rest of the way out. Here we come. So back on our 03 4.2 Trailblazer. I did not get a good video of me after I just got it pulled out. So here is a little short recap on putting it back in. My dad's already got this bad boy built up, all brand new clutches, I mean everything. We don't skimp the job. Doesn't matter if it's your grandma's car or 2,000-3,000 horsepower race car. We do every job right. We don't skimp any job. That's kind of how we got our name. We'll get that new gasket on there. Got to clean that up. Everything looks really nice behind the motor, so we don't have to do anything there. All of our connections look great. Give our bolts a little bit of pookie. It's called anti-seize. And we'll get this thing back on the road and back together. So y'all guys stay tuned, and we'll be back with you shortly with a running vehicle. Have a great day.